Hello and welcome back to the final of the British Bouldering Championships 2025. My name is Molly Thompson-Smith. I'm one of your commentators today and I'm joined by...
Martin Smith. Yep.
And we are just about to kick off with our Under-17s final. We've got the junior final and then after that we'll be doing the senior final at 6:30. But it's been a big weekend of climbing.
It certainly has. We just have currently have George Lonsdale, the Master of Ceremonies, just about to introduce the athletes onto the stage.
With the zones a little bit different, they don't have to control it with two hands, but they do have to show that they control it with at least one, and they have to use that hold. Athletes get 4 minutes, but before they get their 4 minutes on each boulder, they will come out for an observation period. So in about 60 seconds time, I'm going to bring the athletes out, they're going to line up, you guys are going to applaud because these are your finalists, and then they're going to do their 2-minute observation period, 2 minutes on each boulder to try and figure out the meter. And I'll tell you about that when it's happening.
So on the screen you can see the list of qualified athletes for our Under-17s final. In the women we've got Caitlin Fletcher, Bella Ryder, Imogen Lilly, Martha Frost-Mullen, Mia Gallagher and Isabella Rinaldi. And in the men's we've got Daniel Shine, Kit Watson-Evans, Ethan Maxfield, Tom Boognecht, Javier Seacom and Spike Forward. So we're just seeing all of our finalists line up now. And because this is the final, they get to have a look at the boulders before they come out for their attempts, which is unlike the previous rounds that we've had. Qualification was a flash format for this competition, so the athletes did get to see a demonstration video before they went out for their attempts. But the semi-final round that we had this morning was on site, 5 minutes on, 5 minutes 15 off. So for this final round they get to have a look, they get to chat together, come up with solutions to the problems, have a feel of the holds, and have a bit more of an idea of what they're up against before they start their attempts.
They can't feel any of the other holds, they can only feel the starting holds. But you'll see, especially if you look over here at the boys right now, they're kind of air-lighting their way through the climb. They're trying to memorise exactly where every screw on is, where every chip is, where the good bit of the holds are, where the dual texture bit of the holds are, all of the things that might make them fall off, they are trying to remember.
So in this morning's semi-final we had...
That beat was of course a 1 minute timer, we're going to get that a lot this afternoon.
12 athletes in the junior event. We whittled that 12 down to 6 finalists, and these are our 6.
Obviously they can't tell the meter, they can't say, well, yeah, if you put your right hand here, maybe it'll be good. But they can tell you if you can use...
So what did you think of the semi-final round this morning? It was hard.
Yeah, I think particularly for the junior female athletes, we have athletes in the final now that only top one boulder in the semi-final, so it certainly was a tough round.
Yeah, and I can't remember if we mentioned earlier, but we're at the brand new centre in Manchester, big depot. So we've got a brand new wall, which is completely frictiony.
Yeah.
We've got brand new holds, and I saw a lot of blood after the semi-final round. So these athletes are tired, they're bleeding, and they gave absolutely everything to be in tonight's final.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I saw a few of the athletes in the cafeteria after the semi-final, and there was a lot of tape on fingertips and knees. But I think, once you make it to the final, that's a big part of this. You're a bit relieved, and you've kind of got nothing to lose now. You don't have to hold back. Just give it absolutely everything in the final.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if you can see, but maybe we'll get a close-up on some hands, but I think pretty much all of the male athletes have every single finger taped right now. Probably tactical. I reckon they've all been warming up with tape on, and they're all having a feel of these holds and trying to conserve as much skin as possible. But I guess that just goes to show how much it took for them all to get here, how much they've tried, and just how brutal this format is.
Yeah, you're right. What, 50% of the fingers in front of us have got tape on. It's and again, the taping technique is going to be very important. The last thing you want is to be having an attempt and then having to retape mid-problem. You only have a few minutes to complete the boulder. You don't want to waste time.
Yeah, we saw a lot of
tape.
Yeah, we saw a lot of athletes being pulled back from having attempts earlier today because they were bleeding, and then they're having to sort out that bled, because you are not allowed to bleed on the wall. You're not allowed to continue climbing until you've stopped bleeding. So we'll see who's practiced their taping.
Yeah. So the athletes just moving along the boulders, looking at boulder 2 now. As Molly said, they can feel the starting holds, hand holds and foot holds, just to try to get an idea of the position. Some of these young climbers do train together, so no doubt they're going to be helping each other. They know it's really useful to have somebody with you, I think, isn't it? That's part of your team you climb with, know each other's strengths, think, okay, actually this might work, and
yeah, for sure. And
discuss it with
for some of these young athletes, it might be their first national final, so it's quite an intimidating place to be, as exciting as it is. So it's nice to have teammates to kind of go through this process with, and not feel so alone. But looks like everyone's working together.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
George just saying, if you want to check out the beta for these climbs, then one of the route setters, Zoe Wood, has helped him out with some of these boulders, and they've made some reels on Instagram for you to have a look at for a bit more information. So go and have a look at those if you want to know how these are climbed, if you can't wait.
We'll also be speaking with Max Ayrton, who's going to come down from the mezzanine and talk to us a bit about the problems shortly.
Yeah, Max is our chief route setter for this weekend. He's joined by a lot of really amazing route setters on his team. We've got, as we said, Zoe Wood, Mikey Cleverden. We've got
Nathan Phillips, Alex Prescott,
and Eli. I don't know his surname. So yeah, really strong route setting team. Lots of different styles in that team, lots of different experiences, and they've put on such a good show so far. So thank you very much to all of those route setters.
Yeah, as you look at the screen, the men will be starting on the far right on the red boulder, and the women on the far left of the wall on the slab groove.
Yeah, quite a range of angles on this wall. On the right hand side we've got quite a steep section, and it kind of gets more and more vertical as you trend leftwards, which lends itself to a lot of variation in styles of boulder.
Competitors just looking at their final climbs now. Final part of isolate observation before heading back into isolation.
So as we said, this is the British Bouldering Championship, so there's a title on the line, but this is also being used as selection to the British climbing team. So from this event, we'll find out who'll be representing GB at international youth competitions this year.
Awesome. So, all the athletes turn back to isolation. They've got to go put their climbing shoes on because you can't do it across either. No, you can't do it across. Who knows? So they have to strong. Go grab their climbing shoes, go and grab their short, and then they will be coming out in reverse order. So the order that I've drawn out for the presentation, they will be competing in, and that is going to be in 5 minutes time. So they get 5 minutes to finish their warm-up, reset, put their shoes on, and then coming out first will be Caitlin Fletcher and Daniel Shine.
So we're just having a 5-minute break for the athletes to go back into isolation, get their stuff together, and then we will start our final.
Securing the tape on those fingertips.
Yeah.
Making sure the boot rubber's clean.
Yeah, all the final processes.
I think I joined the BMC when I was about 11 years old, so I could compete or try to compete for GB and enter all my regional competitions that I was so excited to do. I also think the BMC could improve EDI by making climbing more accessible for all sorts of people, for example, families with low income or people in the city who just don't have access to the outdoors or don't see it as a place for them. The BMC ensures that we can all have access to climbing crags across the country and that everyone using them is looking after them. They're clean and the rock is in good quality, so that's really important to me as an outdoor climber. And then for competitions, they ensure that I can get away and actually be insured whilst I'm competing, which not many insurance companies actually do, so that's really important to me. And lastly, they are really keen on promoting diversity within climbing, and it's so nice to work with an organisation that shares the same passions as I do and has the same ideals and visions for where climbing should be. I hope as a BMC ambassador I'm able to be a role model for those people who might not see themselves looking the same as other people within the climbing community. So hopefully I'll be able to reach a new audience for the BMC, but also speak to their climbers who've been going for a long time. I think climbing has changed already quite a lot because of the Olympics. There are loads more climbing walls across the country, and also I think the style is changing so that even the easier boulders are a lot more fun and interesting and more like comp style, so people can really have a go at what they've seen at the Olympics at their local gym.
My name's Abby Robinson, I'm a GB paraclimber and 3-time world champion in the B2 women's category. So I joined the BMC because I'm a competition climber, so membership gives me access to all of the competitions, both able-bodied and paraclimbing competitions, as well as all of the inclusive paraclimbing events that they run. Being part of the paraclimbing team has made a massive difference to me as a person. It's really helped me cope with coming to terms with my disability. Meeting other people, I think when I first got diagnosed with my visual impairment and being referred to as disabled was something that really didn't sit well with me. I didn't feel disabled. I didn't feel like I was any less able or independent as any other person, but that word disabled kind of really hung over me. Being part of the paraclimbing team and meeting other people with disabilities that were just as independent and just as able, if not more able, than a lot of people without any kind of impairments was really comforting for me. And it really showed me that my visual impairment didn't have to be a barrier for me, and that I can be fit and healthy and strong and independent whilst also being visually impaired. The paraclimbing team in particular is really tight-knit, and it is a really, really lovely team to be a part of. You know, we're all so different in our abilities and disabilities, but also really similar in sort of the experiences we've all had, and I think that really brings us closer together. So being part of the paraclimbing
athletes out onto the mats. We're starting with Caitlin Fletcher and Daniel Shine. Now they've got 4 minutes on the clock to find their way to the top of these boulders, and very different styles.
Yeah, absolutely. The men starting off with a very physical boulder, and the women on the far left of the wall on a grooves stroke slab. So
yeah, a bit more cryptic. I think the guys looks a bit more straightforward, pure power and crimping. And Daniel moving well into the zone, which is blocked.
Nice, Daniel. Super strong. Come on. Come on, Caitlin.
yeah, it's kind of a long hole, isn't it, on the zone hole in the men's, and they've put a blocker in the middle. So it's not quite as good as it first seems, but he's having a great first attempt here. This is looking really promising.
Yeah, come on, Daniel.
Oh, super close. Well done, Daniel.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard when you go from, you know, he's crimped 6 or 7 holds and then it's a sloper. It's kind of hard to get your fingers in sync with the change in hold type. But yeah, really good effort from Daniel on his flash go. Let's hope that he can recover enough in the next couple of minutes to have another good go and find his way to the top.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how patient he is with this boulder, because I think that took quite a bit out of him.
Yes,
and it's just as he went for the slope, he looked a little bit shaky, like he was powering out.
Yeah, so, and it's been a long day for these athletes. You know, they were here at 8 o'clock this morning, warming up for their semi-final, and I think often with the youth athletes, they can rush a little bit when they get close to a boulder. They just want to get to the top. So looks like Daniel's back on the wall already. He's taken a little bit of time to rest, but we'll see if it's enough. Can see he's kept a lot of that tape on his fingers.
He certainly has, yeah.
Come on, Daniel.
Some of it's fallen off. Come on, Daniel.
1 minute 30 remaining.
Just looking, a little bit tired. I think that was such a good first go, and it really just did take quite a bit out of him.
Yes, yeah. And as we saw, a bit of finger tape came off there as well.
Caitlin, meanwhile, on the slab is moving slowly. I don't think she's got to the zone yet, but it's quite a long way to get to the zone from the start. Got to do quite a lot of traversing across these volumes, so a slow one.
Yes, yeah.
That's your 1 minute, buzzer.
But unlike M1, looks like you can have pretty much as many goes at F1 as you want without getting too tired.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, there's 2 volumes that are going out to the right, which you're stepping onto. They both have texture facing Caitlin. And you can see there's a small black jib on the right hand side of one, but it's really poor, is that hole. Really, really poor. It's more, I would say, a suggestion of a hole.
Give Daniel a round of applause. Well done, Daniel. Caitlin, 12 seconds left.
Oh, and such a good final go for Caitlin, but I guess the pressure of the timeout and the buzzer just didn't quite have enough to convert that to a zone, so that's a bit of a shame, but a good start.
Okay, our next competitors. We have Bella Ryder and Kit Watson.
Bella is a local Manchester girl, but she trains and leads at City Block with the Precision team, a team we'll see many members of in tonight's final. This is her first time entering the BBCs, but she has entered the junior BBCs, so she's done really well to get to the final. And I spoke to her earlier today and she said, Molly, I'm just scraping into every round. She made it into semis in the final position of 12. I mean, she had a position to spare getting into tonight's finals, but it was kind of close for her. But she was definitely stressed this morning, and I think she's looking forward to just having fun tonight.
Yeah, hopefully she'll relax a bit now that she's in the final.
We asked her what her strengths in climbing are, and she says, I can pull. So it might not be particularly helpful for this boulder.
Not for Boulder One, perhaps.
No, but I'm sure you've got it, Bella. Come on. Hit just not quite managing to secure that zone hold. He might have touched it and you might think, oh, that means he gets the zone, but no, he has to actually control it and move off of the zone, so not quite.
Yeah, and immediately he came off that boulder, he looked at his fingertips. I really hope that's not going to be a theme or a deciding factor in this.
Yeah, this crimpy boulder maybe not great if you've not got much skin or you're fully taped up. But we'll see, hopefully the men coming out later have a bit more skin.
On the plus side though, they are positive, most of those crimps actually.
Most of them?
Yeah, I mean, the wall is very steep there.
Yes.
So I think they have to be a little bit positive.
Bella, meanwhile, finding her own way through this volume section. Trying to break it, I think, but realising that maybe that's not quite the way. But cool that she's already, trying something different and not getting stuck into one method. I think sometimes it's hard, you get tunnel vision and you just, sometimes the method that the route setters have chosen isn't the one for you.
Yeah, again on men's one, we're seeing good first attempts, and then subsequently the climbs are falling short.
Bella's getting established on this slab. It looks like she just slipped. I believe that foothold is no text.
Oh, that's cruel.
I know.
That's cruel.
I know. But Bella looks pretty unfazed by it.
Yeah.
Let's see if she's got enough time to secure the zone.
Okay, our next competitors coming out. Imogen Lilly and Ethan Maxfield, two regulars at the Climbing Works in Sheffield.
And we're lucky enough to be joined by one of the route setters, Zoe Wood. Go on, Zoe, tell us about these first boulders that we've had a little bit of a look at.
Hello. So yeah, it's exciting to see them in action. So far, they have been, I'd say, finding them a little bit
Yeah, I think maybe a bit of fatigue kicking in there.
Yeah.
Poor skin.
I think that's kind of what we'd expect to see with the first few out from isolation.
Is that something you factor in when you're setting? Perceived, I guess, fatigue levels of the athletes at this point in the competition?
I'm going to be really honest here. No.
No, savage the whole way.
Yeah, exactly. We get fatigued as setters, but then we try to imagine, you know, these are the athletes, these are the best in the country, they're better than us.
They are pretty good. Ethan's looking pretty good on M1.
Yeah, he is a strong climber, and this problem here is it's mainly about strength. Obviously, there's always a bit of technique, but this one is you just got to pull hard on those crimps. He can do this one for sure.
Yeah, it looks pretty simple, I guess. Just pure power. And he's taking his time on it.
Yeah, it's pretty super draining there.
Yeah,
without any feet. That's it. The heel here is really crucial for getting that next hold. So he's got to ride through it. Come on. No, is he too zapped? Yes, he's too zapped.
Just powered out there, but what a great effort from Ethan.
Meanwhile, we've got the kind of females 2 Boulder starting to see its first bit of action. Come on.
This one looks a bit techy.
It is techy. Yeah.
Pretty much exclusively volumes. Oh,
look at that
little
tension.
toe catch. Was that intended?
It was,
intentional beta?
Yeah. Here we go. Now, to do this next bit, there's a palm on this next volume. You see the little square one? There's a palm. Oh, yes. She just maybe not seen that one.
Yeah, so I can see a bit of chalk there.
Yeah.
Did you leave that there on purpose on that palm?
Yeah, that would be a nice thing to do, wouldn't it? That you
didn't do that.
Well, there is. If we didn't kind of, it is nice to leave little indications. It's nice when it's not super obvious. So if they take the time to look, you're rewarded for it.
Right, I see. So just keep an eye out for little hidden gems and gifts from the resetters.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you must do that when you're looking at.
Oh, definitely. I think it's. Before you pull on, you try and gain as much information from the ground as possible. I'm always looking for where the chalk is, where the boot rubber is, if there are any arrests that are in or out, things like that, where the thumb chalk marks are, just looking for a little indication of where to hold certain holds.
Yeah, for sure. And here on M2, we are going in the right direction. Like, kind of, it is a coordination, but it's really hard to generate from that position.
It's purely campus coordination, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The foot is not offering anything.
No, all of that momentum is coming from your upper body, and you need quite a lot to get to that third hold and stop on it.
It's a long way. And we're just seeing Imogen is doing really well on this slab. She's coming up to the final hold.
Yeah. So this match, it's tricky. Yeah, she's reading it right so far.
Come on, Imogen.
Come on. She's got to really press herself on, and there it.
Yes. Amazing top from Imogen Lilly.
She should be really happy with that, because that top is super powerful, even though it's on a slab.
Yes. Yeah, really physical.
Right.
So next up, on to the first Boulder, Tom Magnet and Michael Cross-Mullen.
Two new athletes on the wall. We've got Tom.
We have Tom B.
Tom B.
Apologies, Tom. We're struggling with your surname. Tom Bauknecht.
Yep. And Martha Frost Mullen.
Yeah.
Tom already into the zone on M1. He's also a route climber, and I feel like that must help a little bit on a boulder like this. It's quite long.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's quite like, even though it's powerful, it's quite technical for the feet. And I think he's climbing, like, he's looking quite good on it.
Yeah, he's looking I'd say he's looking more composed than the previous athletes on this boulder.
Definitely. It's just whether you can figure out where to put his feet for this next move. Come on, Tom.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
really good catch from Tom there.
Whoa. Okay, yes.
Yes. And he's psyched with that. A top for Tom on M1.
Yeah, that's our first top on men's one. So men's one and women's one first receiving a top. So we have Kit on men's two.
Looking quite close, but such a physical boulder to have after a physical boulder.
Yeah, essentially the start, you just immediately have to be just hanging on your arms. The starting foothold, they have the no text facing up.
Bella not quite finding the little toe hook catch to make that move to the zone on F2 a bit more controlled.
And it's difficult from where sat to see if Bella was actually making the zone. There's a small jib on the side of the volume, and that's actually the zone hold. It's not just the volume itself.
These boulders are doing a great job of testing, the physical strength of our female athletes, but also their precise technical footwork. A lot of these footholds are dual text, or there's like a strip of texture and friction on these footholds. And Martha looking really good on the first boulder. She's got the zone now. She's looking like she's starting to panic a little bit, but she just catches that crimp.
They said take the time here, 15 to about 10 seconds. Okay.
And just finds that balance point.
Excellent.
Well done, Martha.
Yeah, the clock almost out there, and a good way to finish the boulder. So yeah, our next competitors, Mia Gallagher and Javier Shaquem. Excellent from Javier, choosing to campus his way through Boulder 1. And we'll see now we have our first look at women's Boulder 3. Caitlin securing the zone hold and looking good on this boulder. Oh, there we go.
We're getting our first look at M3, this red boulder from Daniel, and it's just 2 jumps back to back, I think. Jump across and jump up.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, the distance from the zone hold to the finish
It's quite a long way, isn't it?
looks enormous.
But that, to me, that suggests that the foot mustn't be that bad. You know, if you've got to go a long way.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Oh, and Imi sticks the move to the zone. She locks that toe hook in. See if she can find that palm. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the change of body position here looks...
Again, another like really subtly powerful move.
Yeah, yeah. That looks very tricky, that move.
Caitlin getting high up on F3 into the shouldery section. Really close. Great go from Caitlin. Javier looking super strong. Come on, Javier. Looks really awkward for the feet, this section.
Yeah, trying to get you have the volume sticking into your chest, and you're trying to get your body round that in order to get the height for the sloper.
I think Tom did a really good job of using his length, like keeping his feet quite far left.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, when Javier was having to bring his foot into a small screw-on just below the zone hold.
And Javier has called it.
Okay, yeah. He had maybe 2-3 goes there. Such a physical boulder, I think.
Yeah,
it's probably
the right call.
Yeah, no, I think it's probably sensible.
Imi getting pretty close on F2, but there's not much to grab at the top of the wall.
Yeah, calling it a day on there. Happy with the zone. Yeah, with just 10 seconds left, probably sensible. Last out now, Isabella and Spike. So our first in the semi-final round.
Bella Ryder straight up into the zone on F3. And Spike on M1 looking really strong. I'd say this problem was his bag. Come on, Bella. Oh.
Yes, Spike. Excellent. Spike Fullwood at M1. Absolutely smashed that to pieces.
Yeah, that was a walk in the park for Spike. And oh, Bella just jumping to that top hold on F3, but it is not good.
No, it's absolutely terrible.
And the root setters have been pretty evil here because the good foot's really low, the higher foot is half textured, half non-textured, and everything above is very high.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's going to be a tough move at the end on women's 3.
Pitt is looking really good on M3. He's into the zone and he's just deciding where to put his foot on that volume, and he's got quite a long way to go to this final hold now.
Yeah, there's a small screw on by, yeah, he has it now by his hand. But
look, he's not quite trusting his feet.
Sliding all over that volume. Oh.
Iggy's on the zone on F1, but just coming down to have a little think about how she wants to attempt this top section of the boulder.
no.
Heartbreaker. And Iggy just didn't control that top hold.
That's right, yeah. Just lost her balance at the last moment.
Maybe a little bit more challenging for her as she's one of the shorter athletes. She looked a little bit more stretched, more like she had thumbs on it rather than palms, but I guess that could just be a change in body position required.
I feel Isabella will get back to the final position on Boulder 1 though. I thought she looked very confident through the start of the boulder, and I must admit I was surprised when she fell.
Yeah, I mean she's basically there already.
Yeah, we've seen many of the competitors struggle just to get the zone, and I think Isabella will get it second go.
She's still trying to figure it out, trying to hold the top of the volume. Oh no.
I think, as you said, Molly, I think height is perhaps playing a slight factor there. Whoa!
Wow! And a surprise top on the buzzer from Kit Watson-Evans.
Yeah.
Amazing effort. And we now get a look at our final boulders. F4, right hand side of the wall. M1, complete other end of the wall. And we've got Zoe Wood with us again to give us a little chit chat about what's going on the wall. So can you give us a little bit more information about maybe the third and fourth boulder?
I can indeed. So if we start with the third boulders, we have it's a slab for the men, but it doesn't climb like a slab necessarily. It is 2 jumps, and you've got to be really powerful through your legs, but then actually quite delicate with the end position to be able to be in the right body position to hold the hold. That was a great little buzzer beater we just saw then. And F3 being climbed by Imogen now really well. This is our kind of more powerful strength boulder. We haven't seen them kind of, I'm sure they've clocked it, but we haven't seen them use the little undercut that's screwed on above the big donut. Now it's crucial for getting, once you've got to the last move, you come basically back down to that little undercut, and that allows you to get your foot from the middle of the donut to the top of it, which you're left in a much better position to stick that last hold.
Because the top hold looks poor from here.
Yeah,
we saw Bella hit the hole, but it's off immediately.
Yeah. So it is all right, but you need to go with some level of control, which is why that undercut just allows you to get your foot in the right position, and you kind of need to shoulder it.
Okay.
But hopefully we'll get a lovely demonstration from Imogen now. I think this is kind of, maybe I jinxed it. Sorry, Imogen. I feel like this is her style. If she can kind of lock in, see what we put on the wall, I think she can definitely get this one done.
Okay. And we have Daniel on men's 4, his last boulder for today.
Yeah, so this is cool. It's to start with, it's really delicate. It climbs like a slab. You've got to be really precise with your feet. Once you get established on those 2 rock city holds in the middle of the wall, you've then got to commit to a fast feet hop across, and then you come across to the right onto that zone, which is actually a really good jug. But you've got to get the timing right with hopping your feet across. It's a quick 1-2 with those feet. It's then actually fairly powerful to the top. We've just seen Javier be the first climber to stick the paddle on men's 2, and he is almost approaching that top hold. Come on, Javier. So close. But he read it right. We've been wondering if they're going to read the flick down with the left hand, and he saw it.
That was the intention, yes?
That was. That was
a fantastic effort.
And without giving anything too much away, it is crucial. And we are seeing the first bit of action on F4 over there, which is a paddle. So we're on really bad feet here. You've got to generate from the upper body. There it is. Nice. Come on. The top of this isn't too bad. You've just got to wrestle. So hopefully...
Yeah, it's a final boulder for the women. It looks very physical.
Yeah. Especially for your last boulder when you're the most tired.
Yeah.
And we see most of the athletes go back with 6 seconds left. There we go. They have gone. And that is the end of their final.
Yeah. Yeah. Route setters just performing a little TLC on women's number 4 boulder. On next up on boulder 2 will be Spike Fullwood, and if you haven't already, you should check out his YouTube channel, Chalk 2.
Oh, what's on his YouTube channel?
Climbing, and it's exactly the kind of YouTube channel that you would expect from some 14-year-olds, basically.
Right.
Yeah, but climbing content.
Isn't Spike quite a good baker? I think he's given me some baking tips on Instagram before, okay. So I think he's quite a talented young man.
Yeah, he runs a YouTube channel with Ethan Maxfield, and
oh, great. Yeah, a lot of these young athletes are good friends. They train together, they hang out together, they get to compete together.
Yeah,
so it's nice to see them both in the final. Little break over for all of our athletes. They had to have a bit of a moment just looking out to the crowd. Hopefully it didn't put them off too much, but they're all brushing away, so back to it. Martha's into the zone on F3. Let's see if she can figure out how to move around this big donut and basically go back and use that little undercut like Zoe said.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, and Iggy jumping into the zone hold, which maybe not the intended method, but has kind of allowed her to be high enough to just reach up to the next hold, and she is making up for that. For the lack of the top on the first boulder.
Yeah, Isabella just seems to climb with real confidence in a movement, doesn't she?
Seemed like she kind of wanted a little bit of redemption on this boulder as well. Obviously frustrated to come so close to the first boulder.
Of course, yeah.
Tom looking good on men's 3 as well. He's into the final move, just not quite hitting that last hold. We've seen a few boulders where the penultimate hold is also the zone hold.
Yes.
Which kind of tells us that there is a lot of difficulty in that final move or the match.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we saw that quite a bit in the senior semi-finals.
Spike looking really close on M2. He's definitely got the power for it. It's just, I think, whether he can, land that left foot at
That's
crucial
right. Yeah,
time.
we saw then that as he swung across, I think his left leg was already on the way down.
Yeah.
He just didn't get quite the swing of his body at the right time then.
Tom's got the first jump on M3 down, and he's already up into that final move again. See if he can nail it this time. Ooh, not even using that little screw on.
Yeah,
he's definitely one of the tallest climbers on the mats, and like knows how to use his height and knows what works for him and what doesn't. And sometimes, you know, the extra foothold's just not necessary or helpful.
Yeah, that's right. And I think with the we've talked about before about the wall being so quite rough, you could probably get a little bit of more momentum off the wall. I'm not sure, you might not necessarily need the additional foothold.
We are now done with our second boulder as well. So all eyes on boulders 3 and 4, and Javier is already at the top. Wow. And you can just see how competent and confident Javier is in his footwork.
Yes.
Because he didn't even need to jump.
No.
He put his foot on that tiny screw on, and it stayed the whole time.
He just came out to the boulder. As soon as he turned around, he was on the boulder, and bang, he's at the top.
Within a minute.
Yeah.
Amazing climbing by Javier.
So fast.
I've been so impressed by him today.
Yeah.
And Mia just tickling that top hold on F3. I think she might need to get her foot up a little bit and see if she spots that. No.
Yeah, that's what Zoe was saying about having to get that foot onto the top part of the donut hold.
Yeah.
On the far left of the wall, 192 Ethan on his last boulder today. It's actually written down, he loves a slab, does Ethan. It's probably his favourite style of climbing, slab climbing. In fact, he recently won Slab Fest.
Oh wow!
At only 14 years old, he won the senior competition, the Slab Fest.
But he's also very powerful too, and like great at power climbing. So he's just a bit of an all-rounder by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
Mia is already back on the wall. Let's hope she's not too tired. She's chalking up. Come on, Mia.
Come on, Mia. Still, Mia, come on. Still plenty of time on the clock, just under 2 minutes remaining.
Wow,
Okay.
big moves from Imogen Lilly on F4. And she's squeezing, eyeing up the top hold. Amazing. Really good climbing from Imi.
Okay, yeah, that's our first top.
First top of
women's
F4.
Yeah.
That was a great fight. She kept squeezing on those big flat hold macros at the top of the wall, and just like really intelligent hand positioning. You know, rather than trying to just pinch that top hold, she knew to wrap her arm all the way over it, and it made it a jump.
Yeah, and that's going to feel good. The last boulder of the competition, and you top it out. Yeah, that's going to feel good.
You know, Imi had a bit of a frustrating semi-final round. Or is Mia going to figure out how to match this top hold?
Yeah, as Zoe said, it's making use of that small undercut.
And I don't know if Mia's even tried to hold it. I
No,
guess
I don't think she
maybe
has.
just not seen it because it looks so bad.
I think maybe perhaps because she can reach the finishing hold from where she is, perhaps not thinking about, I think you're maybe not going to look down and think, okay, what could I do? But
yeah, definitely easy to get sucked into just looking up. Not much rest for Mia.
Oh dear.
And she looks a bit tired, but a great effort.
Ah.
20 seconds.
Once again, Isabella not waiting around, straight on F3, and straight into the zone.
Come on, Iggy.
Okay.
And she sees that little undercut and is hopefully going to bring her feet up onto the upper part of the donut. Wow.
Wow.
I think that was being overstrong.
Yes, yeah. I thought for a moment that she went quite dynamically to the last hold.
And another top from Spike. He's having a great round.
I'm not sure where to look now.
I know.
Tops are coming everywhere.
Come on, Martha. You can see how much Martha is fighting. And just, even though it's less steep, it's still so physical. Those holds are completely flat.
Yeah.
They're not good. They're vertical.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of squeezing to be done.
And it's the last boulder.
It's the last boulder.
It's on the steepest part of the wall. Yeah, there was a good power shake at the top there, wasn't there?
Yeah, Martha was definitely giving everything she had.
Oh, that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, if Mia can get back to the top section of the hold. Oh, sorry, Martha.
We've not really seen much of M4. I think it must be one of the harder boulders of the round.
Yeah.
Martha not really resting that much, getting straight back on the wall.
Yeah.
I think that's just maybe something we see in our younger, less experienced climbers. They want to get to the top.
That's right. Yeah, that was a definite. She's immediately shaking her arms, realising that was a mistake to pull on.
Hopefully, she's got enough time to have a proper rest and.
60 seconds. Come on, Martha.
No rest for Martha. She's had enough of resting.
Come on, super strong.
Martha is entering battle mode on her last boulder. Oh wow!
Super strong. Come on. Come on, Tom.
Come on, Martha. Tom is getting somewhere on M4. He has stood up onto these rock cities and now he's got to do this little quick. Oh, he just slipped, maybe overthinking it a little bit, but Next up for Tom is a quick foot coordination move and like lurch into that jug zone hold.
Yeah.
So we're down to just 2 athletes on the wall now. One spoke on their final moments today.
I've got a good feeling about Javier on men's floor.
Me too. Not to put too much pressure on him, but
don't let us down, Javier.
He's excellent on his feet. He's clearly very good at coordination moves. I'm hoping Javier is going to give us a demonstration here.
Oh, and he's off.
Now, I remember Mia absolutely waltzing up the first boulder in semi-finals, the power boulder, so I'm hoping she'll like this one.
Here, giving a bit of a confused stance, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel we may have jinxed our competitors a little bit. Mia not quite sussing out that jump. And
I feel it's been a bit of a theme of the competitors having a really good first attempt, and then the subsequent attempts have, been poor.
Javier looks very confused.
And again, his first attempt, he kind of flew through that section and was looking quite confident, and now he seems to be questioning himself. I think he just needs to relax and
Yeah, just struggling with how marginal these hands and footholds are at the start of this last boulder. Oh, Mia is getting closer to,
much better
to latching this zone hold.
Yeah.
Come on, Mia. Lots of time left. That's your 1 minute buzzer.
Only 20 seconds left on the clock for our athletes. Oh, and Mia, fingertips in the zone. She's straight back onto the wall. She knows she can do it, and she's not got much time left.
Come on, Mia. Maybe now.
Just a bit tired, I think, and completely understandable after such a long 2 days of climbing.
And that's going back to the final boulders. And spike forward.
Okay, our last boulders in this junior competition, and our final competitors, Isabella and Spike.
Oh, Iggy just fumbling that zone hold, but going for kind of a slightly more static approach to some of the other climbers rather than jumping a 1-2 from low. She's kind of building her feet up and trying to control as much of it as possible, which is probably how I would approach it as well. Spike looking good on M4.
Come on, Spike. Okay.
Oh, amazing from Spike.
Oh. Wow, that was a great attempt from Spike.
An amazing first try, but that hold is not great, that he's kind of transitioning around, and Iggy is into the zone on her final boulder, just taking a moment to shake out before getting up onto this head wall. Oh, and this looks like a piece of cake for Iggy.
Wow. Fantastic climbing from Isabella in this final round.
So close to topping all 4 boulders.
Yeah, apart from the slight stumble on the top hold of Boulder 1.
Well done to her for, regaining composure.
Yeah.
So frustrating, not quite managing to do a boulder you were so close to, you know you could have done. But for her to come and bring it back and top all the other boulders, yeah, really cool.
Yeah, fantastic. So now we're just left with Spike Fullwood on the wall on his final boulder. Really good previous attempt reaching the zone, which he's managed to do again. These are probably the best attempts we've seen on this boulder.
Oh, good climbing from Spike here, and he's so close to this top hold.
Yes! Spike Fullwood.
Amazing climbing from Spike.
Amazing.
He's been so good today.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah.
And that is our Under-17 final.
Yeah. Okay.
What a way to finish. Thank you very much, Spike.
Yeah, great tops there from Isabella and Spike.
It's for our Under-17 final. And what a final it was. I actually don't know who's won, but I'll find out every single of the scores have been ratified. Very, very exciting. In the meantime, whilst we're waiting for those scores to come in, we have some thank yous to give out. First of all, massive thank you to Big Depot Manchester for hosting us. It's an incredible venue that we're super happy to be using. And of course, the volunteers that are the lifeblood of the BMC competitions. We could not run these without them, including all the judges, everyone in scoring, everyone running in isolation, and of course ticketing as well. And of course the event partners securing serious climbing, revive acting and hotel planning.
Okay, so on your screen now we have the results. in first place. Spike forward. Second we have Javier, and in third place Tom. Fourth Ethan, fifth Kit, and sixth Daniel. And now we have the women's results. Very strong performance from Isabella in first place, almost topping all 4 boulders, but with 3 boulders, a real convincing win. Imogen Lilly in second place, Martha in third. That completes the podium, and then we have Caitlin in fourth, Mia in fifth, and Bella in sixth place. We just waited on some appeals before we're given the final results.
You can do
So it was like a 5-minute window for athletes or their coaches to put appeals in. Before that, after that window is closed, then we will have the final results and presentation. I'm not sure if you can hear our MC there, George Lonsdale, but the senior competition is due to start at 6:30. But currently all the spectators are sat underneath the senior Boulder final boulders, and they've been asked to pick up their seats and then go across the hall, turn around and face those climbs. So hopefully with a bit of crowd participation, it shouldn't be too much after 6:30, but we're aiming for 6:30. The senior final is not to be missed. Olympians galore flying over the wall.
We're going to start off with our under-17 female athletes. So please give a massive round of applause for your third place on the world one. There you go, Martha. In second place, Imogen Lee.
Hi there, and welcome to Northumberland's Sandstone. This amazing place is way up there, and it can feel more like climbing in Scotland. If you're heading here, then you'll discover some of the most remote feeling rock in the whole of England. The climbs and boulders here can be tricky. They can be athletic, and they can very definitely feel bold for the grade. So, on your very first trip, don't be too greedy. Scale back a bit and don't push yourself too much until you get used to the style. While the climbing can be rock hard, the rock can be softer. Now these crags are made from Northumberland sandstone, and this stuff can vary hugely from iron hard to really quite soft and fragile, so take care. Now this is why local ethics have evolved over the years. If you're climbing here, you need to help out to protect this relatively vulnerable rock. First of all, clean your shoes before stepping onto the rock. Just use an old rag or anything. Focus on your footwork to improve your climbing and to reduce the wear on the footholds. Now, even if you're trad climbing, a bouldering mat is a good idea because this protects the base of the roots from erosion, and of course it keeps your feet clean as well. Given the soft nature of the rock, think carefully about the gear and where to place it. So placements here have been known to break in the past. Obviously, weak features like thin flakes should be avoided, and do remember that nuts exert less force on the placements than cams do, and so the rock is less likely to break with nut placements. Wet sandstone is weak sandstone. Don't climb damp or wet rock. Doing so just accelerates the erosion, and it can cause holes or gear placements to break. As a rock type, sandstone is not really the best medium for working problems or routes that you're right at your limit, and repeated working will accelerate the hold erosion. Set yourself a realistic number of attempts of a line and maybe leave it for another day if you really aren't able to top out relatively quickly. Minimise chalk use and brushing. Now brushing can erode the rock, so use a really soft brush and take a gentle and minimalist approach. Don't brush too hard. So gently whacking the holes with a towel, or ragging as it's termed up here, can be a pretty effective way of removing the chalk, and is less abrasive than brushing. Remember that access to many Northumberland crags is not a legal right, but agreements have been made with landowners over many years to allow climbing to continue. The future of our access depends on everyone following these guidelines. So search for BMC RAD and check the crag details before you set off. That's what you need to know before you start climbing here. I'm Steve McClure, and I'm off climbing.
We're at the British Lead Championships at the Beacon in North Wales. Petzl's here, everybody's here, and the championships are just about to start. Let's go and check it out. So here we are, I'm with Emily Phillips, the lead champion for 2019. How was the route?
It was really fun actually, yeah. Quite bouldery at the top, which suited me. And there was a huge rest in the middle, which I definitely took advantage of.
So you say it suited you bouldering, but you've had a really good run of form this year. You've been climbing really well in bouldering and in lead, is that right?
Mainly bouldering has been my strength this year, and I definitely prefer it as a discipline, but I've got a few more lead World Cups this year, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
I must admit, from my perspective, it looks really, really, really intense, so I'll be staying well away. But really good effort and good luck with the rest of this year.
Thank you very much.
So it's all over. 2019 champion, Billy Rydell. How was it, Billy?
It was amazing, yeah. A total surprise. I really enjoyed the route, and clearly it went well.
So you say total surprise. Did you not expect you were in with a good chance?
Well, I'm mostly a boulderer, and yesterday went really well, so I thought that I was in a better shape than I was expecting, but still, like, everyone in the final was really, really good, so I was hoping for a podium. Winning is, yeah, it's amazing.
Can I just ask one question, coming from like a static climbing kind of person? What was that first move like off the floor? It looked desperate.
Absolutely terrifying. Everybody in the back was like, somebody's definitely going to fall off this move. We were so sure it was. We all do bouldering as well, so it's not something totally foreign to us, but that sort of move so unpredictable. Anybody could have fallen off it, so it was just a massive relief as soon as we were off the ground.
I can imagine it was. Well, really well done.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic effort. Nice one. So there we have it. The BLCC 2019 at the Beacon. What an event. One of the best. This wall really, really tested the climbers. I must admit, I'm pretty glad I wasn't in it. So yeah, that wraps it up. Another great event.
Hello, we are back here at the British Bouldering Championships 2025 and we're at the finals.
Yes, the last round of this weekend.
If you weren't with us earlier, welcome, thank you for joining us. My name is Molly Thompson-Smith.
And Molly joined by me, Martin Smith, no relation.
And on the screen we can see our 16 finalists, slightly bigger than your normal final field.
Yes, yeah.
But more entertainment to come.
Yeah.
There's a lot of strong people on the stage.
Certainly is. Olympic athletes across the board.
Yeah. So we've got the men's final start list on the screen. They are coming out in reverse order of their semi-final qualification. Max Milne was our winner in the semis, but coming up first we've got Jamie Jenkins, Nathan Whaley, Olympian Hamish MacArthur, Sam Butterworth, Jack McDougall, Diane Akhtar, Olympic champion Toby Roberts and Max Milne.
And for the ladies, first out we will have May Patel, then Connie Bridgens, Emma Edwards, Faye McDougall, Lucy Garlick, Holly Tootle, Zoe Petermans, who's the current British champion, and Erin McNeice, Olympian.
So an absolutely stacked final. I think in the guys that might be one of like the most British champions I've seen in a British Championship final.
It probably is, yeah. Yeah, very stacked field.
And the same for the women. Like our top 3 qualifiers after semis have all won the title before. Zoe winning last year. Holly and Erin also being national champion at some point in the last few years. So again, it is not going to be easy to take the title tonight.
No, absolutely. So once again, the competitors going through the observation of the climbs. I must say, a big hand to the crowd there for shifting the seating area from one side of the wall to the other.
What you didn't get to see was the very organised chaos that was all of the supporters who've come to show up for the athletes switch sides, because we just had our under-17s final round on the other side of the competition wall, and they've all very kindly moved their chairs over to the other side so we can enjoy the senior finals. But we are here in Manchester at the brand new climbing wall, big depot. It's incredible here. If you've not been, come and have a look. Not only is the bouldering amazing, but I'd say the lead wall is even better.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah. And we'll be having the British Lead Championships in
2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks. 2 weeks' time.
So your athletes looking at the boulders now, all working together. We've got a lot of people who train together in this group. A lot of members of the precision climbing team, a lot of members of the GB climbing team who train together. So a lot of friends on the mats. Hopefully they can come up with the right solutions together. So Martin, should we talk about the semi-final round for those who might have missed it? It was entertaining. We had one boulder that didn't get a top, being M4.
Yeah, men's 4, yeah.
Absolutely savage boulder. It was through the right-hand side of the wall, the steepest bit of the wall, and it was just, as the route setters described, pure power.
Yeah, we saw some good attempts from Max Mill and Toby Roberts, but even with their strength, they were a couple of moves away from the final hold, weren't they? So, yeah, it's a really tough boulder, but it was a good split.
Yeah, and often we see that the semi-final is actually the hardest round.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
The athletes have had a night of rest. They've come in relatively fresh, questionably fresh this morning, and it's the round where you really want to split. You want your top 8 to come through. You don't want any ties, really.
That's right.
So yeah, it's usually the hardest round, and then the finals is a bit more of a show.
That's right, yes.
On the women's side of things, we had Erin topping all 4 boulders, looking like it was another day at work, really. Zoe was quite close behind, also topping 4 boulders. So a really good round for her.
Yeah, for both the men and the women's in the semi-final, it was boulders 1 and 4 that seemed to be the separators. Many of the women struggling on the slab at the start of the semi-final. And also for the men, yeah, they both had a tough slab climb to start.
Yeah, we only saw 3 tops on the first boulder for the men, from Max, Toby and Diane. So we've got younger athletes, is anyone really that old in this field? I was going to say we've got older athletes, but I actually think that
I'm probably old enough to beat most of these competitors' dad, basically.
I'm going to say
which makes
that
me feel old.
I think maybe 23 or 4 is our oldest competitor. Yeah. But there's a lot of experienced athletes here, and there are some slightly less experienced athletes here. What do you think of the field?
Well, where do we start? I mean, we're talking about experience, and we're talking about 20-year-olds with a huge amount of experience. So I mean, that's modern climbing now, isn't it? They start at a very young age, start competing early. So even by the late teens, you may have been competing for, if you've done the junior circuit and then the senior circuit.
Yeah, like we've got Lucy Garlick, for example. This is her first ever senior national championship.
Okay, yeah, and she's straight into finals.
Straight into finals in 4th place.
Yeah, incredible.
Getting ready to get in there for when they come out for their attempts.
So yeah, the competitors can put their hands on the starting handhold, just only the starting handhold. And the starting foothold, probably?
Yeah, I think you can basically touch the start holds as long as your feet don't come off the ground.
Okay.
Now this is the National Championships, but it is also selection to the British climbing team and the World Cups, I believe. So it's a very important evening for these athletes. There's not many spaces at World Cups. There's not many spaces on the team. So they really are fighting for, I guess, the destiny of their year.
That's right. Even a gold medal doesn't give you a pass here, does it?
No. Hopefully we'll be joined by some of the route setters at some point during this final, and they will be able to give us a bit more of an insight into the boulders that you'll get to see on the wall. They've been fantastic all weekend long. Big shout out to the route setters. Thank you for all of your hard work. It is not an easy task.
It certainly isn't. The competitors have finished the observation period and are now returning to the isolation zone, where there'll be a quick turnaround, and then we'll have our first competitors out into the mats.
So the final format will look a little bit different today. I think we'll have more athletes on the wall, so it should be even more entertaining than usual.
A few minutes before the competitors come out. And Molly, when does training commence for yourself?
Yeah, I'm a bit late to the training party. All of these guys are in tip-top shape, guys and girls. But I just had ankle surgery on Tuesday, so I'm taking a little bit of time out. I also had a finger operation in December, so I'm just getting all my surgeries done in one go.
Okay.
I had a ganglion cyst removed. I feel like that's quite an in vogue injury at the moment in climbing. Removed from my finger, and I've had a little bit of work done to the ankle that I broke 3 years ago now. But I can still fingerboard. You can always fingerboard. So for me, training starts in the next few days.
Oh wow!
And I'm very excited about it because it's been quite a long time of not really doing that much. Which has been nice. It was a really big year for me last year. A lot of super intense and emotional competitions, and it really took it out of me. So I definitely needed a bit of time off, but now I'm kind of looking forward to some structure and routine and getting back to training and being in the environment again.
Well, best of luck with all that.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm just looking through some of the questionnaires that our competitors have kindly filled out for us. And pretty much everyone in the women's side of things, we asked them, what would you like to achieve at this weekend's competition? And pretty much everyone bar one has said to enjoy it and have fun.
Wow.
Which is, yeah, I mean, this is all serious, but it is kind of all about enjoying it at the same time. So nice to know that, you know, as serious and, you know, focused as all these athletes are, they do just want to have fun and enjoy it out there on the mats. And it looks amazing. Like, we've got great lights here. There's a great crowd. The wall looks great. The boulders look great. So I think it shouldn't be too hard to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think the amount of hours that these athletes put into their training, the amount of climbing they do. If at the base there isn't fun, there isn't enjoyment in what you're doing, it's just really hard to commit, isn't it? You're not really going to pour your heart into your training sessions, into the competitions if you're not enjoying it. So that has to be absolutely the forefront of what you're doing.
It takes so much to get to this position.
It really does.
Yeah, you're so right. You do have to love it to be able to sacrifice this much and put this much of yourself and your energy into this kind of goal.
And I think that's what is great about climbing, isn't it? It's the variety that makes it interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Like, looking at Maya, our first athlete out's questionnaire, she says her most memorable climbing experience was deep water soloing in Vietnam. So, you know, and she's here in Manchester at British Bouldering Champs, but she's been deep water soloing in Vietnam, and we've got sport climbers and, you know,
from Vietnam to an industrial estate in Manchester.
Yeah, but just goes to show how many opportunities climbing presents for enjoyment. So
yeah, I think it's healthy for climbers the competition climbers to go outside for that reason. I think mentally it's a nice break, and it keeps things fresh.
And here's Maya on the right hand side of our screen, and we've got Jamie Jenkins opening the men's show for us.
Yeah, Jamie's from Leeds.
Another member of the precision climbing team. So he trains with Max, Hamish, Diane. You know, there's such a strong training scene there, so I'm sure they'll have chatted about how they think these boulders are going to go down and what they think the best methods are.
He's certainly the right proportions for climbing. He's 5'8", but his ape index is 6'1".
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
That's the same as me.
Wow. As someone with zero,
I'm considered. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Yeah, but I have
dreams
6'1".
are made of. Athletes starting at opposite ends of the wall again, roughly. The women starting with a bit more of a kind of techie start into what looks like a bit of a jump, and the guys straight in the steep.
Yeah, straight on with the power boulder.
Oh, really good go from Maya there. She was super close to sticking that. Maya has not been blessed with. Oh no, she has. She's got an inch. I read it as 5'7", but she's 5 foot and she's got an 8 index of 5'1".
5'1", okay.
So
we're kind of obsessed with that as climbers.
It's very climber, isn't it?
But you know, there are just so many examples where it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, well, talking to non-climbers, they're like, what's an ape index?
Yeah.
But nice. Maya sticks that little jump into a mantle.
Yeah, needs to.
And a pretty marginal zone hold.
Oh yes.
It looks like it's almost there because they need a zone hold, not to actually offer much help. But she's looking good. And Jamie sticks that first move. Really accurate.
Just 1 minute remaining for the competitors.
Another tricky final matching positions in this competition. That's definitely been a theme.
That has.
The route set is just eking out as much hard as possible throughout the entire boulder.
Yeah, that's right. That's why, you know, your scorecard could potentially look quite poor. You could have 0 tops, but you might have held the you know, it might touch the final hold on 4 boulders. And that's time for the athletes.
So we have Connie Bridges out for the women. This is her first senior BBCs, so another kind of newcomer to the scene. So excellent that she's in the final.
Yeah, a young climber.
Wow, great first go from Connie, latching the jump. Just struggling to push up. Come on, Connie. Just struggling to push up into that mantle.
Yeah, I think it's tough. Yeah, the whole you go to the textures in the middle, and you need to leave room for a foot to come up, and then it's powering the legs to stand up.
Yeah, this boulder seems to be testing everything.
Nathan struggling with the start of men's one. This does look a very physical boulder.
Yeah, super physical, and definitely an element of accuracy. This left hand is kind of blocked by some more volumes. Connie opting for a high heel and kind of rocking it out that way, and it's enough to get her the zone. Clearly very flexible.
Yeah, it's worked really well for Connie.
Oh, I bet her wrists are hurting.
An excellent decision to take a chalk bag with her on this boulder.
Yes.
I think that's always a wise decision on a slab when, as we've said before, you have a bit more time. You know, like here, standing there, both hands off and just having a think, calming herself down.
And then you really can take your time. You're not worried about sweating.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Connie just struggling to commit to this awkward kind of foot reach over. But she nails it. Good work, Connie. Come on.
Just to stay calm here for this last move.
Go.
Bandana off.
I thought she might have it. One of those where you've got to control it the entire way. You can't go quick to a hold like that.
Yeah. That's probably her last attempt. She's looking at it. Yeah,
No,
shaking her head.
Good decision, I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy to get sucked into having one more go. You're in the final, you want to give it
Yeah,
everything.
that's right.
You've had your hand on the last hold, but you've got to be realistic and think about the amount of time you've got. And whether you think you can actually do all of that climbing, all of that slow and steady climbing quickly.
Yeah, that mantle at the start looked like it would take quite a bit of energy. So yeah, worth just leaving that boulder. Okay. First of our Olympians on the map, Hamish MacArthur for the men, and for the women, Emma Edwards.
Emma, I think one of our tallest competitors in this final. Five foot 7. She is the junior European champion. So I'm really excited to see her in this final.
Nope, not happy with that. Something there.
Oh, nice. I think the first to cross feet at the start and jump up, which is maybe a better method if you're a bit taller. You've got a bit more bend in the legs. But moving really quickly and easily through this mantle section.
That was no problem, the mantle.
She is an excellent slab climber, so I have high hopes for Emma on this boulder.
Hamish so far struggling to make a start on men's 1.
Oh, Emma just losing balance, wiggling her toes so close to that little foothold. So much accuracy involved in that.
Yeah, and that part of the wall it's only just a slab, isn't it, as we mentioned earlier. It's only a few degrees off vertical. Okay, Hamish making progress. Oh. Is that foot going to stay? Really tentative move.
I think Emma finds the foot into this final move. Come on, Emma. Oh, and using that length here, she's able to...
Oh! Hey! Excellent.
Well done, Emma.
Our first top on women's 1.
Yeah, she really used her height there to control that move with her foot still low on that really big mantle hold.
Yeah.
And then, because the top holds are not bad, it's just upside down. So once she had her fingers in that, she was able to then control the move a lot better. And
yeah, she still sort of barndoored to the right, but quickly put her right palm out onto the wall and
really good
stop that rotation.
Like measuring there. And Hamish,
quick thinking there, just natural to put that right hand out, stop that barndoor.
Hamish just...
Yeah, it's pulling that day.
Yeah.
Savage boulder.
Really hard.
Okay, next competitors, the current British male champion, Sam Butterworth. And on the women's we have Faye McDougall.
nice, Faye. Really smooth through this first section.
Really nice. Come on, Faye.
Once again, DJ Gallop in the house, playing more real thing tracks. He can't escape the 90s, this guy. Thinking to himself, what would Jerry do?
Oh, Faye just short of that foothold and trying to go a bit more dynamically than our previous athletes.
Yes.
A bit of a tip over onto it with the hand at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of went slowly so far. I thought, okay, maybe it's out of reach. Maybe I have to go slightly dynamically and committed, and just missed the foothold that go.
Not wasting any time getting back on though, and she's straight up to the zone again.
That was closer for Faye.
Yeah, even closer. Still a bit of a hybrid method of like a bit of static into a tip with the hand.
Yeah.
She is just going one go after another. Yes, carrying some momentum, clearly not feeling that tired from each attempt, and just learning those positions.
Yeah, really flying through the start.
Whereas Sam, on the other hand, less goes, but maybe less progress, but it is a completely different style of boulder.
Yeah. Come on, Faye.
And I think she's calling it. Tricky start for Sam, but this first men's boulder looks really hard, so he's not the only one.
Yeah. I guess he'll know from the time it's taken for the previous competitors to come back into isolation. I guess he knows.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of information you can gather from when people come back in. You know, a lot of these athletes are very emotive, and obviously the time, if they come back straight away, then they've had a very good run. But if they come back after their full 4 minutes, then maybe they've been unsuccessful. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of people guessing how hard the boulders are based on their competitors coming back in. And so we've got a slightly different format on for this British Bouldering Championships final. We now have 4 athletes on the wall. It's like the Olympic final format. So we've got Maya and Jamie out on boulder 2. They've had 3 rotations of rest. And we've got Jack McDougall and Lucy Garlick out for their first boulder of this final.
Lucy just struggling to... okay, going for the knee.
Yeah, I think I've seen somewhere that Lucy admits she's not the most flexible climber, but she clearly knows how to use what she's got, so well done, Lucy.
I'm not sure I've seen that before. Double knees.
I think it's a London thing.
Double knees on that hole there. I'm a fan.
Jack just eyeing up this first move and not quite... trying to go right hand. I guess trying a more static approach. And quite a wild start move for women's number 2. think men's number 2 wins the award for the fewest amount of holds on the wall. And let's focus on Lucy as she tries to figure out how to land on that tiny right jib foothold on F1. Come on, Lucy, you're almost there. Oh.
I think Lucy was putting her left hand on her left leg. I think so she could maybe squat down a little bit more on that leg to reach out further. Good tactics. Gone from knees. Double knees. That's great. I've not seen that before. That's brilliant.
Quick fire attempt for the women on their first boulder. They're kind of just straight back on.
Yeah.
On M2, a really powerful start, the zone hold being the second hold, and I think the next hold is the top. So you know that every move counts on this boulder.
Yeah.
Quite literally. I was just about to say Lucy's managed to land that foot, but just cursed her. No luck for any of our athletes in this rotation, but still plenty more to come. So we're more than halfway through our final, seeing all of our athletes come out for the first time. We've had one top so far. It's a bit of a savage round so far.
It is, isn't it? Just a slight pause while women's boulder 1 is clean.
We've now got Holly Tutil on female boulder number 1 and Diane Akhtar on male boulder 1.
Diane said his info sheet said he's a fan of power boulders and pinches.
I think, yeah,
So
this is a Diane boulder.
Yeah. Let's see how he fares with this.
Oh, good start.
Look at that.
Come on, Diane. That zone hold looks pretty bad.
It's absolutely brutal, that boulder.
Nathan Whaley already nearing the top of M2. Oh, Holly showing excellent control and then just losing balance at the end, tipping backwards. But I'm confident that she's got that in the bag.
That looks like a really good attempt.
Oh, and Connie getting quite close on this first move on women's 2.
problem 1 still causing lots of problems. You know, Diane's first attempt looked, you know, really solid, didn't it? And then has kind of had 2 sort of fumbled starts, I'd say.
And Holly is maybe about to top. She's just looking for something to hold.
Yeah.
But there isn't anything.
Oh no!
Oh, just lose his balance.
Yeah, they've been really cool, the route setters, this weekend, it feels. It's every top move is droppable.
And Holly's not got much time to mess about. She's straight back on. Less than a minute on the clock, and this is quite a slow movement getting that foot over, so she wants to give herself a lot of time. She knows she can get up to the zone easy and then take a few seconds to chill here. Holly's been getting her steps in on Boulder 2 and looking really close, but just not quite stuck that end position.
Yeah, just needs to stay composed here with the clock running down.
Come on, Holly.
She's probably shortly about to hear the buzzer. Hopefully won't distract her.
I think she needs to flip that hand. Wow.
Ooh.
I'd say that was a slightly questionable top.
Yeah,
It looked like it was in control for a bit and then wasn't.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not. There may be some appeals on that.
Yes,
I feel.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what the judges have given Holly, and we'll see what the rest of the field. I guess how the rest of the field responds to that.
Yeah.
It's quite hard because there aren't really any official coaches here, so appeals is a bit.
Okay.
I don't know. Like as a competitor, you can't appeal someone else's climb because you've not been able to see them.
Yes.
So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
Okay, next competitors, Zoe Petermans and Toby Roberts.
Our British bouldering champ, Zoe Petermans, and our Olympic champ, Toby Roberts.
Basically, we just did that first move static.
And Hamish.
Oh my.
Already.
Hamish, it's just straight up there.
I mean,
no problem.
It was a short boulder and he climbed it very quickly. Light work for Hamish.
I was just slightly amazed watching how static Toby was then on problem 1.
Oh, nice work from Emma. She sticks that first coordination move. She says her strength in climbing are coordination, so she's clearly demonstrating that. And a long lock to this finish hold.
Come on, Emma. Yes.
Good work from Emma. Our first athlete with 2 tops.
Yeah. Toby taking a big rest after his first attempt. Okay.
Nice, Toby sticks that first move again. There's so much tension required for that move to the zone. That foothold is really not giving you much.
Okay, so Zoe Peterman's topping Boulder 1. And in the commentary, now joined by Zoe Wood, one of the route setters from today. Zoe, can you... Men's 1, savage.
Men's 1, yeah.
Absolute savage.
Well, we knew it was savage. I think kind of when you've got a field like this, you really, really want to push them physically.
Yeah.
But I was hoping he was just gonna show us how it was done there by Toby. But yeah, we're pretty surprised. I think just how much they're struggling with that first move.
Okay.
You know, it took Hamish quite a few goes to unlock that heel.
Yeah.
I think that hold, the fact that it's blocked, you have to go so slowly to it, yet it's like a really powerful position.
Yeah, the left hand that they're going to, describe that hold to me. Is it just a flat pinch, or?
It basically, yeah. It's a load of volumes stacked together. But I think you've got to be really precise where the thumb is, but obviously because there's so many like volumes above it as well, you can't quite see where that thumb is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a couple of good first attempts from Diane, Toby, and then the subsequent goes just really not as good.
Yeah. I mean, some of them were kind of, I think, maybe not quite as powerful, expecting that, but now we're through to the best. It is still pretty surprising.
Yeah. I mean, it's such small margins, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you move the volume just a fraction of a centimetre left or right, all of a sudden everybody could be doing it, couldn't they? The whole field could be doing it. It really is small margins.
They're also probably a bit tired by now. We can easily forget that even though they're machines, they do also get tired. Oh, we've got Butters here making his way up to this penultimate hold, and I'll let you into a little route setter's secret on the top of that red men's boulder. The side of the wall is actually really good to smear on.
Okay.
And it's pretty key to getting that top is swinging your right foot up onto the side wall. The texture of the wall is so rough that it actually makes quite a good foothold.
Yes, yeah. I think we saw that in some of the dunes actually. If you just brought your foot up to the side and pasted enough of your boot rubber on, that's going to slow you down.
Yeah. The wall is so abrasive. It is sore, but also you do have feet everywhere basically. Come on, Max. Faye getting ready for this jump across the volume here. It's true, like quite a positive hold, the one on the volume, but I wouldn't count it as a jug.
Okay.
It's pretty good, but like kind of only just in cut really. So you've got to not go too fast, and you've got to be really powerful with that leg to make sure you stop on the volume.
Okay. Yeah, the competitors are using quite a lot of momentum to generate rightwards, but then if you overdo it, you're coming off, aren't you?
Yeah, for sure. We played around with that like distance quite a lot. Like, you know, you don't want to make it so that it's like unfair, or that tall ones can reach, and then it was a big jug, and then it's just kind of trying to get this pendulum of trying to get that sweet spot.
Yeah. So stuck there. Oh, back to Faye. Yeah.
Come on, Faye. Oh, she stuck it.
Okay.
Got a pretty smeary foot there for the left. You've got to really push into it, and you kind of get an alright crimp here actually. And then the top is very tenuous again. That left foot is really bad.
Looking good though.
Yes, she's in.
Excellent, Faye.
I really think that Sam has the physical strength to do this boulder. You just got to unlock the beater, I think.
Yeah, I only saw him climb for the first time a few years ago, and I had no idea who he was, and I saw him at City Block, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he can climb, that's for sure. Especially in the last couple of years, I really think that he's properly kind of dialed it in, and then yeah,
his level of strength seems to be
it's insane,
absolutely off the charts.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this first move is also getting maxed, which is a real shame. And I will let you go back to your wonderful other host, Molly.
Okay, thank you, Zoe.
Right, we've opened a new boulder. Boulder number 3. Maya and Jamie Jenkins. Jack is looking good on M2. He's found that right foot on the sidewall that Zoe was just talking about, and he gets his first top of the finals, and he is happy about it. Well done, Jack. Jamie's moving well on M3 as well. He's into the zone, and the top holder's very close.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. So what does that tell us? We've got
Tells
to
us
move
that
here.
this bit is going to be hard.
Yeah, we've got to move coming up.
Oh, interesting move. Nice coordination execution there from Jamie. And a classically evil zone hold from the root setters there. A disgusting little shallow mono dish.
Shallow mono. Excellent.
It's very British, that. Oh, a different beater from Jamie here, but it looks good. Really using that volume that top hold is stacked onto. Pressing. Come on, Jamie.
He needs to somehow get that left foot down, doesn't he? Oh. Good idea, though.
Really good idea. I wondered if he'd just jumped straight into the final hold.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at this boulder. I'm not sure what the finishing hold is like. Could you go to it dynamically? I'm not sure.
Yeah, me neither. Lucy is getting closer and closer on this jump first move of F2. I think she just needs to be slightly higher with her hand on that hold. Come on, Jamie. Oh, Lucy getting really close on that move. And Jamie's so close to sticking that release. Great effort from him. Oh, Lucy sticks it just in time and secures the zone.
Yes.
So well worth getting back on the boulder with such a short amount of time left on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely, Molly. No time to get to the top of the boulder, but
zones count.
Yeah, exactly. That could make or break your score.
Especially when Lucy didn't top the first boulder, so you know, we're playing for zones at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, with such strong competitors, really tight fields, difficult boulders, smallest of margins can, you know, put you on the podium and send you to the bottom.
Totally.
You know, really can make such a huge difference. So that was good perseverance.
Oh, Oh, the start of F3 looks really powerful. Like, the women really have to launch themselves out of that toe hook into compression. Whoa, Diane doing crazy things, showing insane strength. Good composure. Still on the same attempt.
Yeah, I know some of the other competitors, they were talking about Diane's strength. It's a kind of an amazement. I mean, yeah, he really has made that look quite trivial.
It's just amazing that he was able to recover from that kind of falter early on and go on to top the boulder in the same attempt.
Yeah.
Really good at staying calm. Oh, Nathan getting even closer on M3.
Yeah, there was a slight pause, wasn't there, before he fell to the mats. Just for a moment, but too much momentum taking him off the boulder.
Holly getting great swing out of that leg, really carrying herself over to the right, and I think she's making good progress on this move. It is one of those moves that takes a bit of time to get used to it and to learn the movement and to figure out what that end position is.
Yes, yeah. As we mentioned, we talked about earlier about these kind of swinging dynamic moves, although they will have practiced, lots of times very similar moves. They're all unique, aren't they? Still, even just a fraction, where the foothold is, where the handhold lands, and so you have to get on and just learn the move in the moment. You have 4 minutes. Some scores on the screen at the moment.
You can see that Holly was awarded the top on that first boulder, but I believe there are some appeals happening.
Okay.
So we'll see how long that lasts. But Emma Edwards is leading the way with 2 boulders, 2 top out of 2. Having a great round. And Jack and Hamish each with a flash on the second boulder.
Come on, Nathan, make it count. 20 seconds.
Now this second boulder for the women, I reckon, is an absolute skin wrecker. And I just saw Holly looking at her hands. I feel like it's that question of, having enough goes at this kind of move to learn the movement, but then also thinking about how much skin you lose, because every time you slide off, you fire off that hold, that's just a layer of skin gone, and you're only 2 boulders out of 4. So it is such a hard balance.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the World Cup competitors talk about this, about skin management is such a huge factor. I was at the World Cup competitions, every comp you go to, it's brand new climbing holds.
Yep.
And often, new climbing holds are a little bit coarser, aren't they? There's more texture on them, so...
Yeah, it's definitely like an element of training, I'd say. Like skin management, you've got to understand your skin type, you've got to understand the products that work for you, and really be able to make the most of your skin and learn how to conserve it. Toby flying up, and Emma looking really good. The first person to the zone on F3. She's just having an incredible round.
She is indeed. Hamish looking very good.
Emma is flying 3 tops out of 3.
I was surprised to see Toby drop the top of that boulder.
Yeah,
Boulder
I thought
2.
this would be his style.
Yeah, yeah.
But maybe he just didn't quite see that foot outright. Definitely strong enough to climb this boulder.
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh, just not happy with that right hand bump.
Yeah.
I guess you're stood on no tack, so there's not much support from the foot.
And shows the calibre of the athletes here. You know, we watched Diane, I mean, just make it look like a walk in the park.
Yeah.
And then you have the Olympic champion, you know, slightly struggling. So it's, yeah,
But
really good for British climbing, I think, to see this.
Hamish looking really good. He's managed to control the release, meaning he can just statically reach into that top, and it does not look like a jug.
Okay,
and Toby tops as well.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
I was going to say I have faith.
Yes. yeah.
Toby will find a way. He might not be the quickest to top sometimes, but he's got so much in the tank that he can have as many goes as he needs
That's
to.
right. Yes. Yeah.
So it's just Zoe left on the mats for the last minute and a bit of this rotation. Come on, Zoe.
That's 1 minute buzzer. Manchester, let's hope Zoe out. Come on, Zoe. Come on, Zoe.
That's the problem with these coordination moves. They look and feel so close, but sometimes it just feels like they're not getting any closer. And Zoe's just looked close this entire time.
Yeah.
It's also quite hard because sometimes you just need that go where everything clicks and there's almost nothing you can change about it. You just need it to fall into place. So that's quite hard when you've not got much time on the clock and you really need to get this move done. A good effort from Zoe. Unfortunately, no zone or top on this boulder, but still 2 more boulders left to come.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to analyse those kind of moves off the boulder. You know, from the ground, you look at the boulder, and you know what you have to do. But in terms of the exact movement, the timing, you're moving at such speed across there. I think it's really hard. You've got to make the adjustments on the boulder. I think you know what your body has to swing in a certain way. But I think they're harder to read. I think from the ground, they're much more of a field climb.
And a lot of the time, these athletes will be recording all of when they're training moves like this, they're recording them, and you go back and you look at the video and you analyse from video, and sometimes it's hard to then translate that skill into kind of self-analysis without that video prompt. And also you've got the noise of the crowd, the MC. There's a lot of distraction here. So it is hard to analyse that movement and make those small adjustments.
I enjoyed that small moment there. The competitors all turned around at once with their brushes held aloft. Straight to the holes for a brush.
Now
Erin's like they were going to battle.
Erin's super good at coordination. I think she'll like this boulder.
Oh yes, yeah. First try.
Yeah, definitely a strength of hers. Let's see if she can go 2 for 2. Casual.
Very smooth.
Super casual.
Yeah.
And Faye looking really good as well. She's really picked up this round. You know, topping number 2. Looking really... Wow.
Yes.
Super dynamic to the top. What a way to finish that boulder. Yeah, great round for Faye. Sam getting pressed into this big volume on M3.
Yeah, we've seen
Can he control the release?
Yeah, in this position before with a high foot. Oh.
Very nice. Just showing how strong he is.
Yeah.
There's so much body strength and control and tension involved in that, and that was just really...
Yeah, bringing the left foot down, you kind of expect, there might be a little bit of a barn door, there's going to be a big shift in where your sense of gravity is, but wait, he didn't move, did he?
No.
Kept in body tension.
Max maybe struggling a little bit on M2. He's still got 2 minutes on the clock though, so plenty of time for him. Struggling to drive up enough and generate enough power to get the height to latch onto that. It's quite a high start hold.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe
surprising though. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, I would have, looked at this boulder. I thought, okay, yeah, that's a max boulder. Yeah, he'll be okay on that.
Oh, and he sticks it. He's in.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he looks he feels as confused as we are almost.
I know I can do this. I know I can.
I'd say that's one of the most frustrating things about boulder rounds. You know you can do the boulder, but it is about. Doesn't matter if you know you can do it.
Yeah, and his time's running down. Come on, Max.
Yeah, and he sticks it. You can just see how much it takes from him that first move. But he's into the zone now. Come on, Max. Come on.
Yeah, I think he's perhaps looking a little tired. I don't know that.
I think
when Max is on it, he's kind of springing, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's just sometimes when a boulder's so basic, it's almost confusing. And I think Max's brain works in a very exciting, dynamic. He's full of coordination and energy, and this is almost a bit too basic for him.
Yeah.
I'd say often he does a basic move, but he'll add some flair to it by adding a coordinated heel catch or something. It's very Max, and I think then it looked like he was gearing up to flick like pogo and catch the hand and the foot at the same time, but. Yeah, a little bit of a surprise to see Max come away without a top there.
Okay, last boulder for the women. Our first look at women's 4.
Finishing in the steepest part of the wall.
Yes, yeah.
And the guys all the way on the left. I know that says Jack McDougall, but that's actually Jamie Jenkins on the slab. But Jack is just above Jamie and he's looking really good.
And Lucy. No messing around.
Yeah, Jack trying to go dynamically to the end of that black boulder, but as we've seen, static is the way.
Yeah. It looks like a brutal boulder for the women to finish.
Yeah, as powerful as you can get, really.
Yeah, 2 days of climbing, and this is the last thing that the route setters throw at you.
They have not held back. quite a popular move, I think, on the final men's boulder, a bit of a hop and slide onto a jib foothold of the slab.
Yes.
We've seen quite a lot of that last year. It's a bit of a trendy move.
Yeah, they're jumping onto kind of a no-text hold, aren't they? And then there's a small jib
Yes.
at the front of the volume.
So super powerful, super accurate. And here we are, we've got some results on the screen. Emma Edwards leading the way, clocking everything so far. Oh, and Jack manages to do it dynamically. What a great top from Jack. It goes to show there's, so many different styles to climbing, and it's all about finding your way. Oh, and if you look at the scores, you can see that Holly's top has been taken away on Boulder 1, so I guess there must have been a successful appeal in there. It's always hard. I hope Holly's not carrying that with her and she's able to enjoy the rest of the round, but it must be tough.
Yeah, I mean, Holly's is a seasoned competitor. I feel in the back of her, she will have known herself that she probably didn't have that boulder, and certainly there's probably going to be an appeal on that. I think you would know in your heart that that was the case. I mean, we both knew, didn't we, straight away that that's questionable. So I think if we knew, Holly certainly will have known.
True. And here she is, Holly's back on the mats for boulder number 3. Come on, Holly. Nicely done by Diane there. Let's see how he attempts the end of this boulder. Oh, a pretty good go from Nathan there.
It was,
landed the foot perfectly.
It did,
just didn't quite find the balance point. Definitely a lot to that move.
I would need a lot more than 4 minutes to do that move.
I mean, frankly, I don't think I'd try.
Well, me neither. But, yeah, I think I need a minimum of 4 days. Not 4 minutes.
Nice work from Diane. Top in the bottom right of your screen, and Holly is looking really good. And she's into the zone, and I don't think we've seen anyone not get to the top once they've got the zone. But I'll let Holly do the climbing. Come on, Holly.
Yeah.
Good work, Holly.
Excellent. Yeah, I must admit, I hardly noticed Diane on that boulder. I mean, he's having a really good evening. Really good evening.
Yeah, definitely showing what a great climber he is.
Whatever Connie finishes here, she should be really proud of her performance. Again, another climber just breaking into the seniors.
Yeah, this is her first senior BBCs.
Yeah.
Great to see her in finals.
Yeah, straight into final.
And it is a huge step up from juniors.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, but here she is, into the zone on the final boulder. Come on, Connie.
Come on, Connie. Yes, come on. Keep fighting.
Come on, Connie. Yeah, that's it. Nice.
Looks like a top.
Oh, and what a way for Connie to finish.
Wow, fantastic.
First BBCs, first finals, ending with a top on the final boulder.
Yeah, she should be real pleased.
Yeah, and she looks
really happy with herself.
Well done, Connie. Oh, and we might be getting a replay of Holly's questionable top on Boulder 1. It's so hard to tell.
I'm glad I'm not the judge.
I think it's even harder in slow-mo.
I'm glad I'm not the judge on that boulder. Yeah, I couldn't tell when she slapped the boulder at the top with her right hand whether that was a celebration slap or...
and we get to see it again. Okay. I think it was a celebration, but to me, her body just never really stopped.
Yeah, it was this shift to the right, wasn't it? It made it look uncontrolled.
I mean, when you play it in slow-mo,
yes,
it's definitely 3 seconds then.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Yeah, if it was played in real time, I think it would give a better indication. But yeah.
But yeah, a tricky one. And that's the problem with these tricky matches. Let's see if Emma can finish her round with 4 tops. Having a great one so far. And she's into the zone already.
This could be huge.
Yeah.
Really going to put the pressure on the other climbers.
Yeah. Zoe also looking really good. We're about to see 2 tops in the women's field.
Wow.
Amazing. Well done, Emma. I think that's a podium secured.
4 boulders, 4 tops.
Really good work.
Smashed
and
out
pretty
the park.
Quick tops as well.
Yeah, I'll just wait for that to update.
I think 4 and 7.
Yeah, so currently there's only Erin
who could also achieve 4 tops.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Molly, have you ever tried a boulder like men's 4? The sliding down onto the... Have you ever tried them?
Very purposefully avoided these kinds of boulders, especially as they generally tend to go left to right. Okay. And I broke my ankle 2 years ago, my right ankle, and so I'm very precious about it.
Yes, yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah. It's just, they're so committing, these moves. I think people don't really appreciate that they can be quite scary.
Yes.
And you have to be, you know, all the things, technically able, strong, confident, and, you know, bold.
Yeah.
Zoe's eyeing up this final move. Come on, Zoe. Oh, and just struggled to...
Toby?
Oh, interesting beater from Toby. Ended up crossed there. He does always find his own way. And that is putting him in the mix, 2 tops. We've got 3 of our male athletes with 2 tops. Oh no, 4. I think we don't have Diane's score yet.
Yes. Okay, Hamish. Stick in the jump. Just in case he wasn't aware of the timer, George Lonsdale has just shouted at him.
Oh, and another.
Yoi! Well done, Hamish.
Well done, Hamish. Another really committing finish move. Like, you've got to go both hands off.
Once again, the zone hold just below the top.
Yeah. Come on, Zoe. Oh, and just heartbreaking. She'll be frustrated, but
Yeah. I think Max needs a confidence booster here. It'd be nice to see him get this quickly.
and another really quick, easy flash from Erin and
Max. Yeah,
Max.
Yeah, pleased for him there. He really needed that, I feel. And yeah, Erin, cruise mode,
Business as
absolute
usual.
cruise mode.
She really has leveled up, and you can just tell how good she is.
Yeah, really can. I mean, how old is Erin now?
20.
20, yeah. And I think at that age, you're still able to make big leaps in your performance. You know, as you get older and older, it's more difficult to make huge gains. Where sort of in your teenage years and early 20s, you can just have a real leap in your strength or in your abilities in general. And I think we're just seeing Erin move from strength to strength.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited to see her on the World Cup circuit this year.
Yeah, it seemed to all happen at once last year for Erin. It all came at once, like, oh, who's this Erin McNeice? And it's like, oh, okay. It's just continued. That form has just continued, and she's improving. Great to see.
We also saw Faye McDougall close her round with a top. Really excellent climbing from Faye this round. I think that's 3 tops for her. And she was close on the first as well. So another young athlete who's just been climbing so well today.
Yeah, lots of tops for the women in this final round. So we just have our current British champion on the mats on his final boulder, Sam.
Getting closer for Sam, and you can just see all of that boot rubber above that jib on that volume. It's getting blacker and blacker.
As someone who's had knee surgery myself, that move just makes my knee wince. I'm just like, oh no, I would not be trying that move.
Sam looking like he wants to find another way, but I just don't think there is another way, Sam.
Yeah, you're right. He's trying to match on that small undercut.
Yeah. I mean, definitely very reasonable to look for an alternative solution.
Yeah.
You spend almost all of your 4 minutes trying the same thing. It's not working.
Yeah.
You do just try something else, don't you? Now we've got Lucy out on the power boulder. This is her favourite style. I'm confident she won't have too many issues with this one, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's as we said before, it's the last boulder. We don't know how tired she's feeling by this stage of the competition. But yeah, it would be nice for Lucy to finish with the top.
Now Lucy can't really improve her position in this final. I think she is 4th at best, but it would be nice for her to finish around with the top, and she does it in less than a minute.
You're absolutely right. Lucy's walloped that boulder.
A great first senior national championships for Lucy. Well done.
Yeah,
She'll definitely be proud of herself, and I'm sure there's a lot more to see from Lucy in the future. All eyes on Jack now. On his final boulder, he is a bit of a slab master, so I'm hopeful.
And a very tall gentleman.
Also, already opting for a beta break, looking incredibly uncomfortable.
I love to see that though. Immediately thinking outside the box. Okay, how can I make this work for me?
Yeah, and Jack is also another athlete who does do some route setting, so he is always looking for new moves, for new ideas on the wall, and just generally being quite creative, especially on a slab, because that is where he really shines. So I'm not surprised we've seen Jack try something crazy already, but I think he'll go back to the standard method now. Come on, Jack. That was a good go. I think just a little bit more to the right and hip slightly closer into the wall.
Yeah, his foot seemed to land directly onto the jib.
Yeah.
But
come on, Jack. Yeah, really close. I think our female podium is locked in already.
yes, yeah, I think it is. Yeah. It's only Erin can upset the party for the first place. I mean, with 3 flashes.
Oh, and it'll be relatively tight between Jack and Hamish. If Jack does this, you know, it took Hamish. Hamish has had quite a lot of goes across this round. So let's see if Jack can dethrone Hamish at the moment. Come on, Jack. It's definitely not over. But he nailed it.
Go.
Come on, Jack.
Is that a provisional first place?
I think that might bump him up. I can't remember how many goes he had on this move, but he's put himself in a very good position for a medal. And having a great time.
Yeah.
Holly a little bit premature there, but just clearly raring to go.
Yeah, a little too eager.
And luckily hadn't done much climbing.
Do you get penalised for that? Would that count as an attempt?
I'm not sure. We will find out.
Yeah.
But Holly's looking really good. I think this will be a quick cut for her. Come on, Holly. Oh, wow. That was beautiful from Diane. A very easy top for Holly. Come on, Diane.
Yeah, that was so casual. To move across and keep it together for the top.
This could be a very quick rotation. Come on, Diane.
Wow, that was fantastic.
Amazing work from
Fantastic
Diane,
top.
showing why he is the vice European bouldering champion.
Yeah. There we go. For Leeds.
Yeah, I love the celebrations.
That was the most convincing top we've seen of men's four.
Definitely.
Yeah, by some margin.
And I believe we moved straight on to our next two athletes. No messing about. Toby Roberts and Zoe Peterman's back on the mats. Now both of these athletes will know that Diane and Holly had very quick tops on these boulders. They know it's possible to flash them, so we'll see what they do with that information. Full commitment there from Toby. Almost, he was in line with the foothold, but yeah, just slipped.
Probably took the hair off his shin there.
But seems completely unfazed, so.
Yeah.
Nice. A great way for Zoe to finish. Her score won't change as she's a zone behind Lucy, but nice to finish the round with a top. And as we can see, Jack has just pipped Hamish to first place by one attempt. So it is close.
It's so close, and Diane's score hasn't updated yet.
And it looks like Toby can't actually win, having had so many goes.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
On the third boulder.
Yeah.
So he is playing for, I don't think he can actually podium. Oh no, he can. Take it back. He's a zone ahead of Diane. So, you know, as we were saying earlier, it's all to play for.
That's right.
Zones are important, tops are important. Got to make the most of every go.
Toby's currently struggling on this jump across. I think he said himself that this isn't his forte, is it? But it's something he's worked very hard on. The style of jumping around and.
Yeah, Toby's excellent at, you know, if a weakness crops up, he will go and work it until it becomes a strength.
Yes. Yeah.
And that is what it takes to be the best. Come on, Toby. Just over 30 seconds left on the clock. Getting really close now.
Yeah. This is going to be really tight for Toby, though. Yeah, the scores are updating now, so Toby's currently in fourth, so he really needs a top here if he wants to make podium. I think he's just going to run out of time though. Yeah, that was his only chance then.
Yeah, not really a boulder you can rush either, so
That's
really
right.
hard with the clock ticking down on you. So, a great effort from Toby. A very tough round of boulders. We're down to our final athletes.
I think I'm predicting a flash for Erin.
I am also predicting a flash for Erin.
3 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and I feel like this last boulder, it may be powerful, but I think it might be one of the easier boulders for the women. I think we've seen the most tops on this boulder.
Yeah, yes.
And Erin is super all-rounded and very strong, so I think this will definitely suit her.
And there we go.
Excellent round of climbing for Erin.
A royal flush.
Yes. 4 tops out of 4. I'm pretty sure 4 attempts.
Yes, yeah.
Incredible. Showing why she's an Olympic finalist.
So down to our last boulder and our final competitor, Max Milne.
Wow, great execution there from Max.
Come on, Max. Oh! Let's have a top to finish for Max. Come on, Max.
Oh no. Everything seemed to just be slipping, and we've still got plenty of time.
Probably the last attempt for Max, I would say. It's like the last good attempt. He needs to get one good attempt in here.
Now this would be an incredible top.
It certainly would.
Come on, Max, we're all behind you.
He needs to stick here.
I think he's got to get a move on though.
Yeah. Okay.
Such a shame. He made such good progress on that boulder, and he was eyeing up that final hole, but just wasn't meant to be today. And that is it.
Yeah, that concludes the final.
It's been a huge weekend of climbing here in Manchester at the British Bouldering Championships. We've seen some incredible performances, some heartbreaking not quites, and I think we're about to see our final results. With an incredible round, Erin McNeese is our new British bouldering champion, 4 in 4. An amazing way to win the competition.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't get, well, I mean, it doesn't get better.
It doesn't, does it? Yeah.
Second, Emma Edwards, who had an amazing round. Put some pressure on Erin. She's doing every boulder. Faye McDougall, also incredible with a 3rd place finish. And a British bouldering champs PB, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah, amazing round for those 3 ladies, but well done to the rest of the field as well. Put on a great show.
Okay, and there we have it in 1st place. Jack McDougall. In 2nd place, Hamish.
So close behind.
Yeah, really close there. The top 3 climbers with 3 tops. And Toby just outside of the podium in 4th place. So Jack, the 2023 British bouldering champion?
The 2023 British bouldering champion. My training partner. Yeah, amazing.
Taken the title back.
He's taken the title back. He's also the British lead climbing champion.
Wow.
So now he holds both titles at the same time. So
impressive.
Yeah, really impressive. Very proud of Jack. A few thank yous before we leave you here. Thank you to all of the route setters who've put on an amazing show, setting some excellent boulders for us. Thank you to George for hosting the day. Thank you to all of the volunteers, all of the supporters who've made this such a great event. Thank you, of course, to all of the athletes, for we would not be here without you all. And yeah, thank you to all of you back home tuning in to support. It's been great being your commentators for the day.
It certainly has, yeah. If you missed any of the action, you'll be able to watch them again on YouTube. If you've only seen the seniors, make sure to check out the junior competition that was on earlier.
Yeah, some incredible up-and-coming young athletes there. I'm very excited for the future of British climbing.
Yeah, great show. Okay, so we're just seeing on screen at the moment the men's problems from the final. Obviously showing problem number 1 for the men's. Start on the far right of the wall, the steep boulder. Yeah, it was a really tough intro for the men. We didn't see any tops on there at all. But I thought overall it was a really good mix of, people were kind of topping things in different number of attempts, and yeah, it wasn't clear. It was close, wasn't it, between the on the podium?
Yeah, I had no idea who was going to win until the very end, which is exactly as this event should be, really.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Full of surprises.
Yeah.
Same stats for the women on the screen.
Yeah, but full of tops in the women's event.
Yeah, a different story.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's people have different opinions on whether it's if it's a hard round, you don't see many tops, but it's very hard boulders. Some people really enjoy seeing that, and the climb has been pushed to the absolute limit, even though they might top the boulders. But then, at the same time, some people prefer to see more tops. They feel it's more exciting and things. But so everyone has different opinions on that. But overall, I thought it was a really good competition.
Yeah, totally agree with you there.
just a few formalities down on the mat while they put the podium together.
So we're just crowning our new national champion. Erin McNeice in first place, British bouldering champion for 2025. Emma Edwards second place, and Faye McDougall third place. These ladies were incredible tonight.
Yeah, they put on a great show. Erin really showing her class and a worthy winner.
You can see a strong crowd still here to support. It's been such an exciting evening.
Come back up for us.
let's just get you mic'd up. We'll be quick. There we go. Okay, so Erin, first of all, congratulations. You are our 2025 Boulder champion. How were the boulders today?
They're really fun. I enjoyed them. The slab was probably my favourite, but the rest felt fun as well.
Fun, lots of fun, lots of fun. Awesome. Now, obviously, this is the start of the 2025 season. Are we going to see lots more comps from you this year?
I hope so. I want to do most of the World Cups and hopefully World Champs as well, so a lot of comps hopefully this season.
Brilliant. And Paul earlier mentioned LA. Is that something that's on the scope for you?
The Olympics? Oh yeah, definitely.
I didn't think you were just going on holiday. Yes, definitely. You heard it here first. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much and congratulations, Erin.
There we are hearing from Erin McNeese. She has plans for LA Olympics. I think that doesn't come as a surprise to us.
No, not at all. Even though it's a while off yet, it's probably in the back of her mind. It'll be there, won't it? That seed is planted.
For sure. I reckon it's the driving force of her training already. Here we are starting the men's podium with Diane Akhtar in third place. Very happy looking Hamish McCarthy finishes in second place. And on new national champion Jack McDougall, also looking very happy. It is still such a tight competition. You know, it really means something to be British champion.
It does.
And I think that just goes to show the depth of talent in the UK, and
incredible.
Really exciting. Well done guys.
Yeah, I think if you were outside of the climbing scene, you'd perhaps think that Toby would just run away with this event, but as you said, it just shows the depth of GB climbing.
Did you have a favourite boulder out there tonight?
Ooh, the last slab. I wasn't sure I was going to like it so much because the jump to the foot was like kind of scary, but it was so fun, and when I did it was just amazing.
And slab's like a genre you really like in comps, right?
Yeah, historically it's been my thing. So, you know, it comes with a bit of pressure, but I'm glad I managed to do it this time.
Well, you smashed it. Yeah, absolutely. It's worth the whoops. And 2025, what are we saying? What are we going to see from you?
I don't know, some Boulder World Cups, maybe World Champs, some lead on the side. I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
Are we going to see you in a couple of weeks' time on the lead wall here for the British Lead Champs?
Yes, you know, maybe we can win that as well.
Big talk, big talk. Well, I hope so, and I will see you there. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack McDougall.
So that is it for the 2025 British Bouldering Championships. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Molly Thompson-Smith. I've been one of your commentators for today.
Yeah, thank you, Molly. I've been Martin Smith. Thank you very much.
Yeah. See you in a couple of weeks for British Lead Champs.
Okay. Good night.